Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. Yeah, it's not happening. Once again, the fight has been canceled. They were supposed to fight back in December. It didn't happen. And this time around, they were scheduled to fight in August 6th, basically a month from now. And yeah, it got canceled because the way I look at it, Tommy Fury didn't really make an effort to try to make this fight. To those who don't know, he when this fight was announced, Tommy Fury was flying here to the States, but he was denied entry because apparently he's one of the banned people in the list associated with Daniel Kinahan. To those who don't know, Daniel Kinahan is a mob boss, a drug dealer, a mobster, a murderer, and there's a lot of people who are connected to him, and Tommy Fury apparently is one of them, allegedly. Same goes for Tyson Fury. So anyway, he was in. Jake Paul and his lawyers gave him a bunch of instructions of what to do, to try to make this fight. To come to the states to fight, basically to just work, not for pleasure or anything like that, not for a vacation, not for a holiday. It's to go fight Jake Paul, and apparently Tommy Fury did not make those efforts. I think Jake Paul made instructions that he had to go to the U.S. embassy, this and that, and give himself up and maybe get interviewed or what have you. But I guess he didn't make those efforts. Jake Paul, if you follow him on social media, he posted this up right here, and it reads, and I quote, it says, Fury's received a termination notice. MVP did everything it could to help him and his team. He wasn't interested, and he literally went into hiding. Second time in a row, he has pulled out. Second time in a row, I'm going to step up and take on a new opponent on short notice. August 6th, MSG. Announcement tomorrow. So yeah, to those who don't know, the announcement possibly tomorrow is this fight against Hakim Rahman Jr. To those who don't know who he is, actually, let me open up his box rec. Did I say Hakim or did I say Hasim? Oh man, I apologize. Hasim, not Hakim. Hasim Rahman Jr., a 31-year-old fighter from Baltimore, Maryland. 12-1, 6 wins coming by way of knockout TKO. On BoxRec, his amateur record says this, 9-12. But from what I've read, he has over 100 amateur fights. I mean, this one was only since 2014, 2011 to 2014. When it comes to BoxRec, they don't really have a very accurate amateur record. But yeah, as a pro, he turned pro back in 2017. He won fight after fight, fighting relatively unknown fighters in club boxing for a few times in Mexico. And he fought against James McKenzie Morrison back in April of this year, the son of Tommy Morrison. So it's two sons of two legends, and Morrison ended up knocking him out in round number 5. Based off the judges' scorecards, he was winning the fight, and it looked like he was winning the fight from what I remember. But in the end, Morrison was just the stronger, more explosive puncher, and he was able to land a big shot on Hasim. And Hasim got hurt, went down, and he was out. He couldn't continue. I think he got hurt pretty badly from what I remember. And James Morrison ended up winning the fight. So he's a good fighter, good boxer, I should say. One might even say that he's better skilled than Tommy Fury, but he's not that explosive compared to Jake Paul. Plus, they kind of know each other. They've had some sparring sessions, so I see a lot of people saying that Hasim might take a dive, this or that. He's getting paid to take a dive. I don't think so, man. I mean, he's a son of a world champion. I don't think he'll stoop that low to get paid to take a dive. Plus, I think the New York Commission will look into that, and I'm pretty sure the New York Commission is pretty good, at least when it comes to high level fights. And even though this fight isn't your your typical high level fight, it's still a fight that has a lot of people will be paying attention to, and I'm sure the New York Athletic Commission wouldn't allow such corruption in. But you never know. It happens in the sport. Um, but yeah, I think it's a good replacement for sure. In my opinion, I think it's a very good replacement. Tommy Fury, here's what he has to say. Tommy Fury, if you follow him on social media, he said, and I quote, he said, "I'm gutted and disappointed in regards to the issues I have faced with entry into the USA. This is something that myself or my team could have never anticipated happening. This situation has been left with my lawyers, as being denied entry to a country is obviously a very serious issue and it needs to subsequently be resolved. I am confident this fight will happen when this issue gets resolved and we come to a solution. I want to clarify that I will fight in a neutral country that both parties can enter. This can be anytime, any place, anywhere." Yeah, Tommy Fury. Um, I think he's definitely has something to hide. If he had nothing to hide, he could have done what the steps that Jake Paul and his lawyers gave him, and he would have probably come to the USA. He probably had to, like I said, he probably had to get interviewed by I don't know, the CIA or the FBI or whoever is in charge with Kinahan, whoever's in trying to get Kinahan, and he probably would have entered the U.S. But who knows? Maybe he has dirty money. Who knows? But anyway, Hasim Rahman is not a bad option. I wouldn't mind seeing this fight. Will I still buy it? Uh, I'll be working that weekend. If one of my cousins is willing, or somebody, a friend of mine, or a cousin is willing to pay to watch this fight, maybe I'll tune it in. I'll tune in and buy. Um, but but yeah, I'm not gonna call off work to watch Jake Paul. Oh, anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do y'all think about the whole situation? What do you guys think about Hasim Rahman being the replacement? It should be an announcement sometime within the next 24 hours. Let me know your thoughts and comments. Thanks for listening and watching, and like always, have a great day. All right, thanks.